Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to the Optimistic Survival Series. We have another busy day ahead of us after raiding the Nether Fortress in the last episode, and I know it's been a while since the last survival episode, but now I am shifting my focus towards that, so the amount of survival episodes we have coming up in the future should be quite frequent, so definitely subscribe, look forward to that. And we left off last episode in the village, so we are going to start by heading back to our homestead and talking about the plan for today. Alright, so I am in the storage facility right now, well, more or less, whatever we want to call this. It's more so a automatic compost building right at this moment, but that is about to change. Today we are going to start organizing all of our materials because, well, it's kind of a mess right now. And the other thing I want to do is grab those diamonds because we are going to be using those today, starting by making an iron axe, a diamond axe. I was looking at my iron axe as I said that. And we are going to head down to our enchantment room and get some hopefully decent enchantments on this diamond axe. Hopefully sharpness and of course efficiency would also be a big plus. And the final thing that we need to do today is get a few more mending books and possibly go back to the village and trade with a few more villagers. So for that, we will want to make sure that our crops are growing and being harvested. So let me take care of these real quick, specifically the carrots, and well, I guess they trade for wheat too. So we will harvest these and start to build up our stock that we can trade with some of the villagers. I'm also going to take all of our extra seeds over to the composter and get these put in there. I also saw the mangrove propagule in the chest, and it made me realize that we have not yet grown any mangrove trees, so I think that will be added to the to-do list for today. Since I believe we have every other tree, we will definitely get that going. We could even head back to the Nether now that we are much more well equipped and get some crimson and what's the other wood? The warped wood. We could get some of that as well in case we want any of that for building. For now, I harvested the garden, so let me go harvest our sugarcane real quick so that can continue to grow. We will turn this all into paper and head up to our friend the villager and get all of this traded. After I harvested all of that, I got to thinking, we could probably benefit from an automatic sugarcane farm. It's not going to give us the same yield, but in terms of effectiveness, always harvesting whenever it is ready, we could certainly set that up. There are a bunch of good spots here in the valley to do so, so if we have time at the end of today's episode, we will definitely get a jump on that. For now, let me go ahead and throw this sugarcane in here, get some paper, and grab any other paper that may be lying around. I'm not seeing any. Here's 20. We can take that. We already have 30 emeralds, so we will definitely grab those as well and head up and get another mending book because we need mending on our armor as well. That will wear down very quickly and without us noticing, so I definitely want to put mending on that before any of that breaks without us realizing it. And our villager has just leveled up again, so let's see what he is offering. Quick Charge 3, not really useful for us. I'm not really a crossbow kind of player, just a normal bow, but I suppose that could be helpful later on. We did get our mending trade down to 35 emeralds, which we have, so let me go ahead and grab one of those, and we will just trade that last little bit of paper as well for one more emerald. Alright, so we got another mending book. Now we need to head down to the enchantment room and throw an enchantment on our diamond axe as well. And in the last episode, if you recall, I put some water down here so we can just jump right down nice and quickly and then climb the ladder down the rest of the way. There's a lot of resources in there, iron and gold. I might come back and grab those, although we're pretty set on iron right now and we don't really need any gold. Plus, I believe we may have gotten quite a bit from the nether. I could be wrong, but if my memory serves me right, I think we did. Alright, first things first, let's get mending on our diamond chest plate, because that... Well, I mean, technically the boots have the lowest durability right now, but I would just feel better about having it on my chest plate. The boots are very replaceable, the chest plate, well, not so much. I should have also brought the armor trim with us, although that is something that we take care of back upstairs anyway. So let's see what we're getting on our axe. It looks like Unbreaking 3, or maybe Unbreaking 2 for the level 1 enchantment. That's not horrible. Of course, it could be expensive to level it up later on. I think we'll stick with the Unbreaking 3, so I will work up my levels a little bit, and then we will do that. Okay, change of plans. I don't really feel like getting 13 levels right now, but as I was killing the first couple zombies, it reminded me that we have all this rotten flesh and a brewing stand. The cleric, I don't need the redstone, I need the rotten flesh. The cleric in the village will actually take our rotten flesh in exchange for some emeralds, and since we kind of have essentially a manual rotten flesh farm right now, that is definitely a great deal for us. So let me just go around and grab any remaining rotten flesh. I don't see any in here. I don't think those chests are occupied. Oh, there's some right here. Totally missed that. And we are good to head to the village, place down our brewing stand. Of course, we can always bring it back as we need to, and get a few more emeralds from them. And you're probably also wondering about my long-term plan for this world, especially this valley. Well, I would eventually like to have a path similar to what we have winding through there, and I'd like it to come all the way up here, kind of following where we have the sky bridge right now, and then I want to build a large suspension bridge or something off to my left where you see that little canyon right now, and then have a path continue into the village. I think that would be an awesome addition to the world, to the valley, and it would kind of connect us a little closer to spawn, since this village is kind of the halfway point between our homestead and the spawn chunks. But now that we are in the village, I will grab our brewing stand, and we will find a villager who would like to become a cleric, and he just grew up right as he was going up on that tree. That's not really safe, my friend, but you do you, I suppose. Let's see, we could put it back in that building where it belongs, but I think right here will be just fine. Let's see who's going to become the cleric. I don't think any of them are interested in jobs right now. Oh, we have a taker. Alright, 32. I think that's the standard trade for the rotten flesh. I'm going to wreck this and replace it just to be sure, but I think 32 is the normal number for that. And here we go again. 32, yep. Alright, so we will just start to trade all of our rotten flesh. I should probably be wearing my chest plate and holding my pickaxe so that we can mend both of those items as we do this. Alright, well, we got quite a few emeralds from him. We haven't traded all the rotten flesh yet. He is waiting to restock, and it looks like as the sun is setting, we will have to wait until tomorrow for that. But that is no worry at all. That is a good start for us, so let me head back home, and then we will continue on. And of course, we also have this barn project that we need to finish as well. We have a lot of little loose ends to tie up in this episode. And of course, brewing itself. I talked about how I want some fire resistance potions, although we didn't get any magma cubes, so we will need to find some slime to do that. But one thing at a time, let's go ahead and get our storage system fully set up. I'm going to need to make a few more chests for that, and some signs, maybe item frames, although let me check how much leather we have, most likely signs though, and then we will get going with that. I made quite a few more chests, but we are now fresh out of wood, so I will need to plant some more trees and get those going so that I can make even more chests, because this still won't quite be enough, at least in the long run. Sure, for now it is just fine, but definitely as we get more resources, we will need a lot more chests than what we have here. I also did check our leather situation. It looks like we are doing just fine with about 28. Of course, I don't really have any sticks now because I just used up all my wood to make chests, which means I can't make signs either. So either way, I need more trees. Let me get some of those planted real quick, and then we will carry on. And as we wait for those trees to grow, I just planted some dark oak saplings since I had quite a few of them. We will get started on our automatic sugarcane farm. So for that, I'm going to need that piece of sugarcane. We will also need a few observers. I kind of lack cobblestone right now, so I will use cobbled deep slate for that. And then, of course, the redstone as well. And we will make a few. Can I not make observers with cobbled deep slate? That's unfortunate. It's got to be cobblestone. Okay. Well, it looks like we are heading down into the mines to get some cobblestone because I don't have any on hand. Okay, observers, we have 21 of them. That will, well, we probably don't even need 21. I think we'll go with 16. That'll be plenty for us, at least for now. So we have the observers. We will also need some normal rails and powered rails. So let me get a few more of those items. Of course, with the sticks again, I don't have any sticks. We can make 6 with bamboo. I sometimes forget that, but it's very convenient. All right, bamboo, sticks. Okay, I need to clean up my inventory real quick. This is a disaster. That's a little better. All right, so I need powered rails, which are right here. Oh, how many do I need? We'll go with 18. That should be a nice even number for us. I'll need a couple levers. There we go. And some normal rails as well, which, where do those appear? Not sure. Maybe we haven't discovered them yet. Who knows? Yep, I guess not. All right, normal rails, powered rails. We need pistons. Can't forget about the pistons. So more wood for that. I'm going to go bone meal one of those trees. All right, I got ourselves plenty of wood, so let's go ahead and make a piston. And the recipe for that is right here. We will need 16 pistons as well. Looks like we are out of cobblestone. Let me go grab a little bit more. Okay, a few more pistons here, and then we should be just about ready to build the sugarcane farm. Alright, we have 16 pistons, 16 observers, plenty of redstone. We have our rails and powered rails. The levers, we need a bucket of water so that we can place down our sugarcane. If I can find a bucket anywhere, there we go. Let me scoop some up from our pond over here, and let's find a good spot to build this. I was thinking right here, but this is a pretty good plot of land for a much grander building. Not to mention, I do want to build a trail all the way out there to our XP farm, and that will probably cut somewhere through there. So why don't we go build it? Well, I suppose we could build it right here. This isn't a horrible spot. Plus, we could do both sides down the road if we ultimately wanted to. I put away our iron shovel. Let me go grab that. Alright, it's going to be 16 blocks long in total. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Perfect. And then we should be able to place our water here in the middle. Is it going to reach all the way? Not on this side. Right, if I go one more over, will it? Nope. Alright, I suppose we could just go 15, or I could just not be lazy and get another bucket of water, which that's just what we'll do. We don't want to waste any of our resources this early in the game. So we'll just take care of that like that, and then we can get going with our blocks here. So I'm thinking, just because I have them, we will do dark oak planks down here on the bottom. It'll kind of match the vibe of the storage building right here. So we will just cover this water with the dark oak planks. And then we will have our pistons lining across here. The question is, do we want it to face this way or this way? I think we're going to have it face this way, just because I think we will eventually have that path come through here and maybe extend on up that way. I think it will be a nice touch if we have it facing this way. So let me just go through, add all the pistons now. Awesome. And then the observers from the back. Excellent. All right, now we need another row of blocks here on the back. And then we can place our redstone dust connecting to these observers. There we go. Oh, one more. Perfect. All right, now let's just make sure that it works. So let me put our sugarcane here. Actually, I guess I only have the one. So there we go. It fires on all of the... Although, will it fire on that very last one? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it does. Okay, perfect. So those are all set up. Now we need to set up the track underneath. So let me dig away a little bit more space here. And we will dig out the space underneath as well, where the minecart system will run. Alright, there we go. And then we will do powered rails underneath all of the minecart. Let me pick up a little more of that dirt. I mean, under the sugarcane here. And then we will just go to the middle, power that. It should get the entire track there. Excellent. Let's place... Well, do we have enough space over here? It doesn't look like we do. We can just come over to this side. It's not a huge deal for us. And we will place our normal rail and then one more powered rail right here. And then that can be where we have the hopper that goes into the chest. So let me go get a few hoppers real quick, and then I will be right back. Alright, I have the hopper minecart, and I have the 2 chests so that we can have a large chest right over here. And we will just kind of clear out a space right here. We'll replace that rail here in a second. The 2 chests, hopper going into there, and then the normal rail going up, and a powered rail on top. And then, of course, we will need to have a block right there. Maybe I should have the chest underneath that hopper. That might be a little better, because then I can put a full block right here and power that. I'm sure if any of you are some absolute redstone nerds, you are probably losing your minds with how I'm doing this. I've never been the best at redstone. I wouldn't say I'm horrible at it. I know the basics, but certainly nothing super advanced, so if I get something wrong, well, just let me know in the comments if there's a better way to do this. But this is the most simple way I can think of for now. So we'll have the redstone here. It'll have a signal that powers this block, and that will be right after the pistons fire. The minecart will be released. It will go down, pick up all the sugarcane, come back, and then stop on that hopper, empty it out into the chest, and it will just repeat every time the sugarcane is fully grown. And then I will go ahead and replace all of the dirt here with, or the hole here with dirt that will turn into grass. And then I think most farms I see, and I really like the way it looks, they use glass here. That way you can see the farm in action. I really like the aesthetic look of that, so we will go with that. And then, of course, with the dark oak surrounding as the accents for the rest of the build. For now, I need to figure out this redstone circuitry, so let me grab a few more redstone. My only thing is, I don't think it's going to quite be enough from all the way over there to reach this end, so we may need to have some sort of repeater to be able to power that, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But let's go ahead and test this right now, though. So let me place down the hopper minecart here, and then when we fire a block, roughly in the middle at least, it should send a signal. It doesn't look like it did. That is interesting. It seems like it's not connecting all the way. It might not be powered long enough. Hang on. Okay, I've made... Uh-oh. Well, I was about to say I made a redstone repeater, but then part of the build got blew up. Luckily, I don't think we actually lost anything of value. Just some dirt here, so I'm gonna have to go back and replace all of this. But first I'm gonna sleep, because, yeah, I don't want that to happen again. And I will just check the area to make sure we're not gonna get attacked once more by any mobs. It looks like we will be safe. Anyway, I was saying I made a repeater, so we will see if that does the trick. Let me fill in some of this dirt around here. Okay, so the full block right here, if we have a repeater going into it, and then do something like that. Nope. Set a delay, maybe? Nope. I don't know why that... Maybe the... Well, what happened to the powered rail? Interesting. Maybe now it'll work? Let's cross our fingers here. Not really. It's not getting a long enough signal on there, and that is what I need to figure out. So I did some playing around. I figured out what the issue was. I just need to essentially have this be on a flat track, which means moving the hopper down, although we have some company passing through now, so we will just let them wander by. We don't need any issues right now, no raids. We will eventually activate a raid and see if we can beat it, but for now, that's bad news for us. So we'll just, hopefully he will pass on by. It looks like they are going now. Of course, the villager up there is protected, so we don't have to worry about him at all. Okay, back to this. Let's go ahead and reconfigure this a little bit. So I will put the hopper, we'll need to move the chest, and then the hopper will actually go here. And then I'm going to need an upside down stair to put over that chest so that the powered rail, actually I suppose I could put the chest over here on this side, and then we won't have to worry about having a non-solid block right here. So let me switch that real quick, and then we will switch the hopper as well. So we'll put a chest there and there. The hopper going into those chests, and then right here, fill that in with dirt. We will put our regular rail and then another powered rail. And now we should be able to have this come down. I should have put the chest on this side. Hang on one sec. Okay, we have the chest over on this side with the hopper and the powered rail on top. We will want a full block going into there. And last but not least, the redstone dust, I think, or maybe we can have it so a repeater goes into that. 2 ticks of delay on that. That will keep it powered for a little while longer. And now if we go ahead and test that. Well, maybe... Does it need to be the other way around? I don't think so, but I'll try that. 2 ticks of delay, and... No, that definitely didn't do it. Okay, hang on. If we have repeater going here, 2 ticks of delay, redstone dust going around. Now let's try... Nope, still nothing. I'm just going to try the repeater going into this, and we will put a minecart down and see what happens when it gets fired up. I still think it's not going to be long enough, though, but we will try it anyway. Oh, well, I guess that was good enough. And then it should come back. There we go. And did it pick up the dirt? It sure did. Okay, well, that takes care of all of those issues. So now I just need to clean this up a little bit, make it nice and neat and tidy, and then we will finish this farm. They are still here, and they look very angry. And now they are in with the horses. I think we will have to take care of them, but we will do this in a very clever way. I can't find the fourth one, the leader. And he's the one I need first because I need one of his buddies to shoot him down while we observe from a safe distance, but I don't see him anywhere. Yeah, I can't find him anywhere, so we will just dispatch of these guys. Oh, okay, that's the last straw. You do not shoot the optimistic namer. That is where I draw the line for sure. There we go. Alright, problem solved. We have one more over here. How did I miss? And there we go. Alright, I don't know where the last one is, but I don't see him anywhere around, so we should be safe. And I do apologize if this video has seemed a little fragmented. I've been recording it over the course of many weeks, actually, just trying to find time to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up here pretty soon, just so I can keep things somewhat organized. I don't want this episode to get too long, so we will quickly wrap things up here. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the outside of our sugarcane farm just to make it look a little more aesthetically pleasing. But like I said, I want to do a glass front. For that, we have some sand. I'm going to need to get that into the furnace. I think we have some coal actually in our permanent storage facility, which is the other thing I would like to set up a little more today if possible. But if not, that is no big deal. Here's that coal. I will go get the sand smelted and we will finish up the sugarcane farm. I know I also said I wanted to model it kind of off of our storage facility building here, but I don't currently have any spruce or spruce trees at the moment. So we are just going to stick with our dark oak palette. We might even mix in some cobblestone here and there. But for the glass, we will want this going all the way across. And I'm worried that, yep, the amount I have is going to put us 3 short of what we need. So if I have silk touch, I do not have silk touch. Okay, well that is just fantastic. I will just have to go find 3 more sand so that we can finish this up and just have it the right way. I was going to say I could have an empty block in the middle. We could kind of have it framed out, but I might as well just put in the full effort now and then not have to worry about any adjustments later on. Alright, let me go find some more sand. Oh, well, we have more sand here in the chest. Well, I might as well completely use up the coal because we can, or at least smelt an entire 8 blocks of sand, since we don't want to waste that extra coal. And I'm thinking dark oak here on the edges, and then a row of dark oak logs across the top. We will do a little bit more polishing and refining of it later on, but for now I think that will give us a pretty good and polished look. And then we will also need to go through and just plant some more sugarcane. So let me see if I have any of that around. I may have traded it all, though. It looks like I did. Luckily, our sugarcane farm over here has been growing plentifully, so we will grab all of that. That should be more than enough to finish this row here, and we will go ahead and get this put in. Well, I thought that would be enough, but we are 4 short, so let me grab 4 more sugarcane. And there we go. Alright, so the frame here on the edge, we will actually have it go up 1 more block, and then it will go across the top just like this. Nothing too fancy, but a much better look than how it would be if we just left it, or just did it out of normal blocks or something. And there we go. I think that has a very nice look to it. I'm thinking what we could maybe do, once we get some spruce, is just put some slabs across the top and have some kind of frame here, maybe with fences, just to frame that out a little nicer, give it some depth. Let me collect these dark oak saplings that are dropping. But other than that, the farm is pretty much done. I will have to see about the backside. I may even put an additional farm on that side as well. But that's actually where I'm going to leave it for today's episode. If you guys did enjoy this video and you are looking forward to seeing more of the Optimistic Survival series, definitely hit that thumbs up button down below. And be sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. If you have any video requests, you can leave those in the comments below. You can also contact me via email or DM me on Instagram. All of that information is down in the description as well. But other than that, that is all for today's episode. Comment, like, subscribe. Remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.